Howdy, Signing Sheriff here. I apologize for the slightly different sound quality, but I kind of lost my mic, so I'm doing this video the old-fashioned way. So, anywho, today I'm going to be describing what's different about my attire, what are the pros and cons to the difference, and how I did it. So, for some of you, excuse me, for some of you that are wanting me to show you, my gun that is empty. So the guns that I have on me right now are empty. Now, what is different about my attire, my clothing? Well, it's not really easy to see it the way that I'm dressed right now, but if I were to open my vest, you would instantly see it. Hang on. There we go. I'm now using a different type of starting this again. Suspenders. I don't know what word I was spelling the first time, but these are button suspenders. So I had to add buttons to, so far, 2 of my pants. The one I have on right now, and one that's on the table over here. So what's the difference with this? Well, I was kind of trying, hey, pardon me for a second.
Your stinker's curled over.
Oh. Sorry, my little sister gave me a sticker yesterday. I forgot I had it. So, how is this different from the first way that I was doing it with suspenders? Well, really, it's the first 2 ways I was doing it with suspenders. And yes, I'm using the sign to mean these, because I clearly have a hard time spelling that word. So, how are these different from the first 2 ways I was doing it? Well, I believe there are I think there are 4 different types of suspenders. I've used 3 out of those 4, and I can tell you which 2 I think work the best, and out of those 2, which I think is the best one. So, the 4 types. First is the normal suspenders that most people think of when you say suspenders. They have 3 clip, clip, hold up. It clips under the pants or the belt. Clip, 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 or clip, clip. So that one is the most easy to use, but it's also the one that can open by accident the most easily. So that's why I stopped using that one, because the back kept boink, and I would feel as it started. And of course, I put my vest on over this, so I can't exactly reset. Excuse me for those of you that could hear that. So that first style, I don't think that's the best style to use. Second, what I call belt loop suspenders. They have a kind of like a lobster claw hook that looks like this. So you can, and they just clip into the belt loops. Much better to keep it up. The one problem that those have is some pants are not made with a belt loop right exactly in the middle in the back. Some pants are made belt loop, belt loop, belt loop, belt loop, belt loop, belt loop. So you need 2, clip, clip, not clip. So for those types, what I was doing for the longest time is I would pull the one of these in the back. I would find my belt and clip it like this onto the belt. Okay, it worked, but it felt wrong. So I used that for a while, a long time. Then I bought these button suspenders. These work good because you don't depend on the belt. You don't depend on the belt. You don't depend on the pants, kind of. You depend on the buttons that are attached to the pants. These, and I'll show you using the other pants. So these buttons were not in the pants when I bought them. I added them. So this type of suspenders, if you're committed to using suspenders, these are great because you can add the buttons anywhere on the pants you want. It doesn't matter if they have 2 belt loops, 1, 3, 4, blah, 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 on and on. Any number is fine because it just depends on where you add the buttons. Now, the fourth, which is the type that I did not try because I knew with the way that I live is not a good idea, are, I don't know how to describe it. I'll add a picture on the screen. They depend completely on the belt. They work with a big kind of rectangle shaped piece of plastic and then another one. So kind of like this. This is flat. This. So I'm sorry, I'm doing it upside down. Like this. So this part, the belt goes across and it goes up here. This part goes in front. So it kind of is like this. The belt, it does that. It pulls up. So that style, it can work good depending on what that clip thing is made of. The ones that I've seen are all plastic. With the way that I live, that would break fast. These are made of leather. They don't break easy. And I've found the hard way because I've added one of these buttons in the back, the one back here. I added one so that the button was pointed in, not out. This, one of these, this part was here, and this part was here. So I didn't want it that way. So I had to get pliers, grip it, boom. So it's hard to break, very hard to break. But you can if you try hard enough. So you can take them off. Now, some of you have noticed already that I did something trying to make my suspenders, my pants, my style of wearing them more cowboy time correct. It's called period correct. What I did, you probably noticed it. If you didn't, I'll explain in a moment. But for those of you that noticed it, let me know in the comments what I did. I'm going to give a timer of 5 seconds right here. So, what I did, I cut off the belt loops. So now you're probably curious, then why am I wearing a belt? Well, you might have noticed it before, but this thing and this thing can't fit on my holster. It's big. So I still use a belt when I want to bring a knife or a backup gun. So I have to still use a belt. And sometimes cowboys used belts, but they didn't have belt loops. They did it like I am. Just wear it how it feels comfortable. Now this, same idea. No belt loops are limiting me now. I can move these anywhere. So that's what I did. I personally think that this is the best way I could have done it so far. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. And happy trails.